U.S. has taken the game now to the Soviets in some ways, Jigs. They're winning most of the faceoffs. They have controlled the faceoffs most of the night. They're also leading in the hitting department. They have out-hit the Soviet Union, and generally that springs them into action. Eddie Olchuk with a couple of hammering hits down in his own end of the ice 2 shifts ago. To put some more life back into Team USA when they were sagging somewhat under the pressure of the Soviets.
U.S. has been outshot 8-2 through the first 9.5 minutes of this third period. Shitnik on the puck. Sarov. Jimmy Johnson puts it back in the Soviet end of the ice. Alexei Gusarov. And now for the Quebec Nordique, the NHL. 5 players in the lineup tonight for the Soviets with NHL experience. Takes his man to the boards. One man they would like to have, as play is called here, one man they would like to have, according to some of the players, is Alexander Mogilny of the Buffalo Sabres. But he is still regarded as a deserter of the Soviet Army. And for that reason, he is not welcome on this squad.
And 3 of them, Bure, Davidov, and Zelepkin, they were dropped from the team because they refused to sign contracts that would bind them to the Soviet national team.
Fetisov was not selected. Still a little battle there with Coach Tikhonov. I guess the other major loss is Kamensky, who broke his leg in a warm-up game in Sweden, a game in Stockholm. He reportedly will go to the Quebec Nordique this coming NHL season. Dono has dumped the puck in. The Soviets clear it out. There's Chelios. Puts one high in the air. Tatarnov has it here. Dropped it back. The outlet from Filimonov to Tatarnov over the line. The puck slipped away from him, and quickly Roenick finds Modano on left wing. Modano back to where Roenick had been, and Tatarnov clears the puck away. Soviets trying to come through center ice. Nice defensive move as Galchenyuk got checked. Modano is over the line. A drive. Ricochets off to Tarnov's stick into the catching glove and then cleared aside. And play has been called by referee Don Koharski. Jeremy Roenick checking his chin. The goaltender has the puck safely cradled. This is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup. Here's the story at Chicago Stadium. 2-1 USA. Eddie Olchuk lines up at center. Mullen is on the right. LaFontaine on the left. Leach with a drive. Loose puck. Cleared aside. Joey Mullen can't get a stick on it. We welcome our audience in Canada. The Soviets have scored a goal at the 51-second mark of this third period, cutting the margin to 2-1. And Team USA has just been called for dumping the puck in on an offside. We have 8 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this third period. The Soviets have stepped up the game somewhat.
They have, Jigs, here in the third period, but Mike Richter strong in goal all game long for Team USA. Some key players for the USA team coming up with some good efforts, but they're very short on the bench throughout most of the game.
Here's Sergei Fedorov shooting it well wide of Mike Richter. Leach is out on defense along with Weinrich for the U.S. Forward line of LaFontaine, Mullen, and Olchuk at the moment. Ryan Leach of the New York Rangers carries it through center ice. Can't get through the traffic, and the puck is cleared out by Fedorov. It's overled Alexei Kozlov here. Kasatonov, now the man moving in. Prokhorov knocked off the puck. Down the left side comes LaFontaine. And LaFontaine indeed turns on Kasatonov and played it toward the front of the net. Soviets move out through center ice. Quickly, Prokhorov over the line, dropped it to Kozlov. His pass to Fedorov, knocked away by Joel Otto. Held at the line. Long shot from Meredith, broken up by Otto, and he's worked it out to Eddie Olchuk. Olchuk, long drive, turned aside, then covered by Stalnikov, and there's no further play. 7 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the third period. This is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup. Fontaine late in the second period, and the only goal by the Soviets coming in the first minute of play here in period 3. Saw Zamdov, Alexei Zamdov, and Maranov. At Fletcher has slapped it around the boards. In quickly, Dave Christian, Otto, and Kevin Miller, the forward line. Had been, but now Brown has taken Miller's spot in this unit. And the Soviets turn back at the blue line. Trying to dump it in, and Lomakin on the puck quickly. Taken to the boards by Weinrich. Now they get a shot off. That's blocked by Richter. Malahoff here at the right point. They can't get the puck to him. Namdov, what a player he's become. The best of the Soviet Union. A close-in attempt covered by Richter, and there's no further play.
Lomakin with a chance on a rebound, but again, Mike Richter comes up with a fine stop. Very alert play by the goaltender. The Soviets dancing and moving the puck well. That's Andrei Lomakin. Puck off the backboards. U.S. having trouble clearing it. Here's the save. Lomakin from close in.
Zayev comes out to take the face-off. The Craig Janney for the U.S. Soviets won the draw. Zhitnik held it at the line, then flipped it in toward the corner. Red Hull reaches in. Can't get loose. Michael played it back of the net. Play Alec Gretzky trying to set up the man moving in. Didn't work. And it's cleared out by Chris Chelios. Craig Janney slips it inside the Soviet zone. Zarov turns on Hull. Turned the puck over. Janney centered. Miller was there and couldn't get a shot away. Suter recovers at center ice. Up ahead to Craig Janney. He and Hull step over the line. Miller moves in off left wing. Back to Janney for a shot that's tipped wide. Miller slipped it in front again, and Gasarov covers up for the Soviet Union. Quickly up ice, Ravil Hyderov to Kabelenko. He's over the line. Long shot is well wide of Richter. The puck is loose back of the net. The Soviets come up with it. Flipped it out in front, but couldn't tuck it by Richter. Now Janney brings Team USA in through center. 3-on-3, elected to dump it in right at the end of a shift. Just a little more than 6 minutes remaining in the third period at Chicago Stadium. Team USA 2, the Soviet Union 1 as Jeremy Roenick, the Blackhawk, puts it back in the net for Madonna, and he couldn't center it in time. Fedorov is there. Detroit Red Wing player, Sergei Fedorov. Out of the center ice, Kozlov was moving through, but now the puck is deflected back inside the Soviet line. Here's Alexei Kasatonov for the pass to Kozlov across two lines, and it's offside. From Chicago, this is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup.
Stalnikov on the right side. On the left, Mike Richter. What a matchup. A pitcher's duel, if you will. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the third period.
USA 1-0 lead at the end of the first period, 2-0 at the end of the second. Holding on here, 2-1 is your score. Team USA has never defeated the Soviet Union in a Labatt Canada Cup game. Back of the play, some stick work going on, and referee Don Koharski is taking Alexei Kasatonov off the ice. A slashing penalty. The U.S. built a 2-0 lead on a power play toward the end of the second period when LaFontaine scored. And now Kasatonov is in the box.
Not a smart play for the Soviet player to take. Alexei Kasatonov, 32 years old. Remember, he joined the New Jersey Devils around Christmas time in the 89-90 season. Played in 8 World Cups, 3 Canada Cups, 3 Olympic teams. And behind the play, there's a push in retaliation. Not a smart play, but Don Koharski, in all fairness, he let go an attempted punch moments ago by Jeremy Roenick in front of him, but he calls that on Kasatonov.
On the power play, Tim Taylor sends out a forward line of Jeremy Roenick, Brett Hull, and Mike Madonna. Ryan Leach and Chris Chelios on the points. Team USA is forced back into the center ice zone before Chelios gave it to Leach. To Roenick, watched by Seamack as he made the pass to Chelios. He'll dump it wide. Madonna went after it. Madonna takes the body of Malahoff, knocked him off the puck, then Lomakin got checked. Here's Leach at the blue line, across to Chelios, to Hull, one times it turned aside. Stalnikov with his best save of this game. Now Brian Leach. Didn't get it to Chelios in time, so they'll set it up again, but inside the U.S. blue line. That was Seaback in forechecking. Now Lomakin picks up the forechecking roll, and the puck went to Leach. 2 men back. This is Roenick off the left side. And coming late is Chelios, and he couldn't pull the trigger. Madonna steps around to check, and the puck slipped away from him. Up with it is Seaback.
Throughout most of this hockey game, Jigs, the puck has not laid down flat too well. The ice has been used a lot. Both teams skated this morning. The Chicago Blackhawks are having training camp, so it may be some of the effects of a lot of use.
Here's LaFontaine with a pass to Janney. Yeah, I would agree with all the use and the warm weather in Chicago. Summer's last gasp has been a beauty. High 80s today and a clear, sunny day in Chicago. Zaroff got it to the line. Hatcher with a shot tipped in front. What a play by LaFontaine, and an excellent stop by Mikhail Stelnikov for the Soviet net. 30 seconds remaining in the U.S. power play. This is Kevin Hatcher of the Washington Capitals. Played his junior hockey at North Bay. Kevin Miller went to center. Didn't work. And it shot down the ice. Soviets short-handed, so there's no call. Suter and Hatcher check their options and start out. LaFontaine cuts to the right. The pass in the other direction to Hatcher. Now to LaFontaine, but it's offside. Called back with a face-off coming in the center ice zone.
Boy, a good look at the athletic ability of Pat LaFontaine. Ready to come out of the box. In 7 seconds is Kasatonov, but Pat LaFontaine flying down the right wing side. He jumped in the air, tried to touch the puck ahead of him, was unable to do it, but he put himself offside.
Story of LaFontaine and his NHL situation well documented this offseason as it was late last NHL season. He's on the bench as Otto, Christian, and Doug Brown make up the forward line for Team USA. Vyacheslav Kozlov in the faceoff for the Soviets. Up with Sergei Fedorov. And teams are at 6 aside as the Soviets fill off the penalty against Kasatonov. Suter gets knocked down. The puck underneath him. Now it pops loose. A wraparound won't go as the Soviets look for the equalizer. Ray Suter out of the University of Wisconsin can't get it out of the zone. Chelios, also out of Wisconsin, gets it out this time. Back goes Kasatonov. Fedorov turning with it here. Brown forcing him in a little deeper. This is Igor Kravchuk. Kravchuk. The Soviets felt guilty bad when Mario Lemieux scored the Canada Cup winning goal in the last Labatt Canada Cup. Game 3 of that series in Hamilton, but here's Kozlov over the line. The right side is open. The centering pass picked up. The puck cleared by Brown. Team USA with 2.5 minutes to go in the third period, leading. Tipped the puck over the glass, and play is called. US 2, the Soviets 1.
Good shift for Doug Brown. Good, couple of good hits. There's Coach Tikkanen. Excuse me. Tikhonov. Tim Taylor. He has to be, I suppose, concerned with 2.5 minutes still going on the clock, and the Soviets putting on some offensive pressure.
We'll see Tikkanen here on Monday night. The Finns and the U.S. team meet. The final game of the round robin end of the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup. Malahoff lost the puck. Recovers. His pass up the far side was too far for Shamdov. Eric Weinrich with an outlet that finds its way to Eddie Olchuk. Olchuk now with the Winnipeg Jets has dumped it in. Greg Janney. Mullen in after it. That's Weinrich pinching. Got it away from Lomakin. Knocked to one knee as he moves it toward Joey Mullen to Ed Olchuk. Olchuk can't center it. This is Janney. Nice move. Janney with it again. The wraparound here doesn't work for Team USA. Inside the 2-minute mark remaining in the third period. Weinrich flip to Joey Mullen and back to Brian Leach. Leach knocks it down the boards. Soviets would have played it and do before it gets to the goal line. Malahoff for the pass to Seaback. That doesn't work. Hatcher carries it back of his own goal for the U.S. Flips it up the right side. Got to it again through center ice, but he didn't have anybody open. 1.5 minutes to go. Puck cleared by Team USA. Down into the Soviet zone, and it is an icing call.
Just what the U.S. didn't need, Jigs, an icing call at this particular point of the hockey game.